Little Miss Princess by Adam Hargreaves. Little Miss Princess's father was a king, and her mother was a queen. Which, as I'm sure you all know, that meant Little Miss Princess was a princess. And because she was a princess, she lived in a castle, with turrets and a moat. It was a very big castle indeed. And because she was a princess, she had lots of people to do everything for her. People to mow the lawns, people to cook her breakfast. She even made people to make her bed. And you would imagine that this wouldn't have made her rude and spoiled, but she was actually a kind and generous and good-hearted princess.
Oh, I am so lucky to be a princess. I must spread my luck around,
she would say to herself every morning. Your toothbrush, m'lady. And she did this by trying to help people. She sent a chef to cook meals for Little Miss Sunshine when she heard that Little Miss Sunshine had the flu. When she overheard Mr. Busy complaining how busy he was, she sent a gardener to mow his lawn. And she sent a maid to Little Miss Neat's house when she heard that Little Miss Neat had worn out her mop. All of this is very useful, and everyone was very grateful. But Little Miss Princess did not feel that she was really doing anything to help. So when she heard that Mr. Bump had broken his leg, she rushed round to his house to see what she could do. I haven't got any groceries, said Mr. Bump. You can go to the shops for me. So Little Miss Princess went to the shops. But because she was a princess, she'd never been shopping in the whole of her life. She went to the baker's.
6 sausages, please,
she said to the baker. We don't have any sausages, said the baker. She went to the butcher's and asked for peas. Oh, but we don't have any peas, said the butcher. And she went to the greengrocer's and asked for a loaf of bread. Why, we divn't have any bread, you know, said the greengrocer. So she went back to Mr. Bump's house with an empty shopping basket.
Oh dearie! The shops have sold out of everything,
she explained to Mr. Bump. Everything? Said the puzzled Mr. Bump.
Yes, darling. The butcher had no peas, the baker had no sausages, and the greengrocer said he had no bread.
Ah, said Mr. Bump, realising what had happened. Why don't you try the supermarket? Some time later, Little Miss Princess returned with the shopping. She offered to help put everything away, but because she was a princess, she'd never unpack the shopping. She put the sausages in the cupboard, the frozen peas in the bread bin, the bread in the drawer, and the milk in the oven. Whoops! After she put the shopping away, Little Miss Princess offered to clean Mr. Bump's house. But because she was a princess, she'd never cleaned anything before. She dusted the dishes, she polished the sofa, and she mopped the carpet. Oh no! Little Miss Princess then went upstairs to make Mr. Bump's bed. But because she was a princess, she'd never made a bed. Oh dear. Little Miss Princess then offered to cook supper for Mr. Bump. But because she was a princess, she had never cooked a meal before. For supper they had burnt sausages with burnt potatoes. She even burnt the peas. Oops. Well, it's better than how I make it.
Oh dear,
said Little Miss Princess, throwing the burnt meal away.
Oh dearie! Oh dearie! Oh, I am just not good at anything.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, said Mr. Bump. I'm sure you're really good at all sorts of things.
Like what, darling?
Sniffed Little Miss Princess. I know, said Mr. Bump. Why don't you ring for a pizza?
What will that prove?
Asked Little Miss Princess. Well, said Mr. Bump, you're very good at giving orders. Very good indeed, Your Highness.
Thank you for reading my story. I love you all. Goodbye.